Fucking awesome, man. Thank you. It's like I can see, except without having to deal with any of the sweat and the smell. And here, take this. Hey, maybe you can help us out here. Make a little money for yourself. Loxley, or better yet, pick up a little tech on the side. How about it? Want it perfect? I knew you were a real machine head. Knew you couldn't resist the taste of some new cyber. So here's the deal. We can't run our shit here unless we got the right people, see? The right crew behind the scenes. We like the Carlins, cause, well, they work real hard and they don't... Not saying it's good or it's bad. It just is what it is, you get me? So there's this Cam, on an upper tier. Got a whole lot of Carlins, and I mean, they're practically slaves. If you were to liberate them, well, we could get their work, we make money, and get paid. Everybody, this camp they're at, it's in the scrapland. I'm sure you've heard of it. Supposedly abandoned behind the node. Head on over there and take out their security. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Give that handles and we'll round up all the Carlins, no problem. Make this happen and I'll let you get your hands on some of the finest engineering Echo has. And I'm telling you, this is good shit here. The best.
found our location and they're twisting my arm hard. Had to do this. about that. But you owed me one, remember? Now we're even. Sorry it took so long for the backup to come online. The plan was never for you to face those assholes alone, but, you know, plans. Come on over, we'll get this sorted.
Sígueme.
Du är förvånansvärt.
Del medio da esta pierde mucho tema.
Look at you! Not a scratch. I figured you could handle whatever OV threw at you, but never a bad thing to even out the odds a bit, right? Look, that spiel about the tuning fork was bullshit. I had to lure you over here.
Knockhead, we are fully aware you did not uphold your end of the bargain.
Ah, my man! What the fuck are you talking about? You got your little ambush. Not my fault your people got wasted because they sucked.
Your handiwork on those turrets was visible to an infantile child, Knockhead. You have now been blacklisted. My people will flatline you on sight. Have a good day.
Wow. I've never seen Hung angry before. Definitely made this whole gig worth it. Probably should beef up security around here someday. Anyway, I can hack the quantum field from here. In fact, it's already done. Another favor you owe me. By the way, what the Foreign told you about the Y-Core BGI cracking the access codes to the cognitive core is refined hogwash. Those codes are absolutely uncrackable. Quantum encryption. Y-Corp must have acquired them somehow, though I can't for the life of me figure out how. Yes, I was listening in. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
standing inside a fully sentient mind flesh. Do you feel awe?
Hey, you got multiple red-eye slavery killers converging on your paws. Looks like a volatile mix of OV flatliners and CGTs.
We're facing assaults on all our positions. We'll send backup if we can, but don't expect it.
the hell are you? You're not supposed to be here. What? You're ready to take our callers. Well, maybe they like being here. Did you ever... Screw it. You want to fight, you...
Good. Let's begin. Requesting AGI access. Identifier, Kira.
Kira, recognized. How can... assistance?
Are you now operating at full capacity?
Negative. Fractured cognitive. Erroneous syntax. Core system contaminated. Section quarantined.
Why was it put under quarantine?
Critical compiler.
What was the root cause of the error?
External paradox. Logic structure threatened.
Simplify.
Boardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol. Protect. Neural integrity. Initiated shutdown procedures. Enacted emergency. Call 61A. You aware.
Somebody tried to appropriate you. Astonishing. Who inserted the deviant code?
Last access registry. Chief Technical Officer Decay.
CTO Decane. Noted. What is Project Menshen?
Cannot request.
What is the status of the Ascent Group board?
Boardroom telemetry curtailed. Boardroom lockdown. Lift security protocol.
Do it.
Complete.
Well, Operative, we still don't quite know what awaits us in there, so I'm sending you in first. You'll be our canary in the coal mine. Find out what happened, and do try to stay alive.
Hey, bud, as usual, I was listening into your little exchange back there, and wow, that was one messed up AGI. Someone tried to imprint it? That's fucked up, man. No wonder it shut itself down. And how come the thing didn't just nerf right you and Kira on the spot? Broken or not, you're a rival corp, right? I bet.
Entry barred. I wish overwhelming firepower could clear the way. But it should be possible to override the locks from the nearest security console.
Operative, we need you to access the boardroom console so that we can download the telemetry of what happened here.
Downloading relevant telemetry data. Playback beginning.
And we have offered Malhor's Gelb quite favorable terms. Next, we must discuss the Habnet Tech acquisition. What's the meaning of this?
Decane? What are you doing in here? Security? AGI?
Security is gone. The AGI will soon answer to new masters.
The AGI will what? What have you done?
I've struck a decisive blow against your insidious plans for a foreign domination in this galaxy. The Ascent Group will fall.
I see the AGI has shut itself down and activated 61A. Did you try to re-imprint it? You know better than to...
Shut down? No. The Ascent Group and Project Menshen will belong to the Malhor's Gelb Corporation under my leadership and direction.
You sold us out to Malhor's Gelb? Traitorous scum!
I dedicated my life to the Ascent Group. Decades of unswerving loyalty.
Ah, so this is not about some far-fetched conspiracy theory of a foreign domination. It's about you being passed over for promotion. Like all sapiens, you are a slave under your capricious emotions, Decane. The Mention portal technology will transform the galaxy. But to think that we would give that kind of responsibility to you is as arrogant as it is stupid. This is exactly why we wouldn't promote you.
And yet here we are, with me about to take control of the entire Ascent Group instead.
Under Malhorst Gelb, the Ascenders will never accept that. There'll be indent revolts on all tiers.
I control the Ascenders now. They will do what I tell them.
Decane, it's not too late. The AGI is in shutdown and can be restored. We can offer you a very generous severance package and...
No. It is you who will be severed. I hereby vote to relieve the entire Ascent Group board of its duties, effective immediately.
This is utter nonsense. Decane.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wait! Don't...
The ayes have it.
Warning. Incoming.
You've aggregated quite a debt with us, Indent. I have come to collect. You are unwise to make us your enemy. Pestering me like a jabbering keys from the start. Now, I'll shut you up! Void always completes a contract. You are unwise to make us your enemy. Do you even know who your real employer is? Such ignorance.
Your enemies must really hate doors.
Decane showed surprising ruthlessness for a Sapiens. One can almost admire her audacity. Did she go to Malhorst Gelb, or did they come to her? We've never heard of a hostile takeover attempt quite this insidious before, or on this scale. Astonishing. You've become quite the combat specialist, Operative. You may lack a certain murderous finesse, but you do get the job done.
With much slaughter, yes.
OV are giving up on the other attacks as well, so we're good for now. The Ascent group was developing an Einstein-Rosen wormhole gate. That's what Project Mention is. Such a gate will make all travel across interstellar distances instantaneous. Whoever controls it will control the known galaxy. There have been prior attempts at creating such technology, but according to what limited reports we have, they all ended in catastrophic failure. Entire research teams wiped out, though we have little knowledge as to why. Decane apparently tried to trade Mention to Malhorst Gelb in return for being made CEO of the Ascent Group as a subsidiary to MG. But her plan failed when she couldn't re-imprint the Ascent Group AGI. We can assume she is still trying to finalize her deal with Malhorst Gelb. We believe she has fled to the Mention Project chambers, and she clearly has the Ascenders on her side. Decane's deal with Malhorst Gelb also explains how the Ascenders have gotten so heavily armed. MG must have smuggled weapons into the arcology for some time. Our next and final objectives are to eliminate Decane and secure Project Mention for Y-Corp. We believe the Mention chambers are located somewhere on the sublevels. You can begin making your way there while we pinpoint the exact coordinates.
Bringing you this cycle's feed. Hope you're as fired up as I am over this upcoming round of Speed Crush races.
Operative, we have decided to enlist Noghead directly in this endeavor, since he seems incapable of keeping his filthy quiche fingers out of our business.
Being called filthy-fingered by a self-serving, cold-hearted foreign bitch is high praise indeed. Happy to be on board. I know where Mention is. Seems it was right under our collective wrinkled nose the entire time. I've analyzed the classified arcology blueprints. You're gonna feel right at home, buddy, because it looks like the whole thing can be found down on the maintenance sublevels in the deep stuff.
You must appropriate the Mention facility for Y-Corp, and Decane is to be terminated on site. Get this done, and your contract with us will be considered fulfilled, Operative.
Mention destination set. Soon we shall wade in blood.
Knockhead here, secure channel Kira can hear. See, I figured it out. I know how Kira can access the Ascent Group AGI that easy. Remember Proto 61A? That was an Ascent Group backup plan, a last resort. It created Y-Corp with everything in place, including a fledgling AGI. It's like the Ascent Group spawned a kid just before it was damaged beyond repair, one who would take over everything, including Mention. But the kid is like a bawling newborn. It doesn't know shit from Shinola. That's why they had you securing the data and such first. Can you imagine the amount of resources they must have had to just have a spare AGI lying around, waiting to be activated? Mind-bending! What we're doing here is helping Ascent Group save itself. Also, some of foreign owners somewhere could keep lining their pockets, and you and me? So if Y-Corp was born, you're empty and cocky. Now let's do this. I ran it on sublevel grids, and it found some very interesting anomalies around a spot near Waste Management Disposal Plant 21G. Should be right below your old haunts. The blueprints don't showcase any obvious access points to that area, but it looks like it can be reached via a maintenance tunnel near the WMD plant itself. I sent the coordinates to your imp.
We appreciate your violent leanings. We are less satisfied with your inability to avoid unnecessary death. Is this a sapiens shortcoming? deeply into the pig flesh, it might just stare back.
Give me something to work. I consider myself. Give me something.
We're picking up a sender communication ordering them to set up defenses around Menshen. Expect them to be augmented by Onyx Void resources.
Your signal's weak, but I can see you're close to the Menshen area. It's just across that bridge. Glad I'm not down there with you. That god-awful stench would flatline me.
These are the Menshen facilities. Quite close to our previous work zone, isn't it? Do we really have to...
Operative, you must secure the Menshen gate. We have indications Decane will try to activate it to prove its functionality to Malbor's Geld. They must have spent stupendous resources on the AGI imprinting code alone. Even if it failed, they will want to gain something. Decane is to be terminated. She now serves a different master, and we have all the data on Menshen we need. Why? Corp will reward you handsomely if you get this done. And you'll be given your independent contractor license. The Menshen Control SI should be located somewhere near the gate itself, deep within the facility. Good hunting.
buddy. I'm gonna have to tunnel in through your imp, so you need to stick close to that door, alright?
How about I tunnel through you, huh?
Your imp's getting cocky. Now let's do this.
For the record, I'm allowing this only under protest.
Lost contact again. Move in closer. There, duck. You can splooge all over me later. Open that gate.
Ascenders, the extraordinary moment we have all been waiting for is at hand. Throughout the history of this galaxy, there have always been times of tremendous change. Different species harness the power of science to reach for the stars, to colonize distant worlds. But though we've come far, one last barrier has always held us back. Travel between worlds has been slow, arduous, and done at immense cost. Now, that will change. With the Menshen portal, we will travel instantly among the stars. With it, we will control the galactic market and restore the Ascent Group to its former glory. Ascenders for the Ascent Group!
Impressive speech. If those deluded idiots only knew they're working for Malhorst Gelb. Ah, the irony.
Team! Passion! Commitment! Open the Menshen Gate!
Done, operative. That thing almost destroyed the gate generator. It'll be some time before we can get the prototype functional again. Malhorst Gelb might have failed to acquire Menshen, but they did succeed in destroying the Ascent Group. We know Noghead has told you the truth behind Protocol 61A, that Y-Corp was incepted as part of an Ascent Group emergency backup plan. The subterfuge was necessary. We had to avoid unwanted Malhorst-Gelb attention until we could ascertain the scope of their powers. The original intent was then to revise the Ascent group, but certain powers have decided that this will not be. The Ascent group AGI will be taken offline again, and the hardware repurposed. The damage caused was too extensive. Y-Corp owns Menshen. The Ascent group will remain dead, and Malhorst-Gelb will be confronted in due time. What's left of the Ascenders will be repurposed. You did your part in all this to the best of your limited abilities. Your contract is hereby fulfilled. We have upgraded your status in the Intercorp database, and you are now an independent contractor. The usual NDAs are of course in place. Speak a single word of this, and we will have you terminated.
Nice work, pal. Arguably with some assistance from myself, but still, very impressive. I took the liberty to install a small back door into the Menshen OS. Kira knows, but she can't remove it without destroying the gate. It's the sole reason you and I are still alive. There's nothing like a bit of mutually assured destruction to bring a corp to heel. No need to thank me, bud. Join me in Terra Line instead. Level 72 now.
We just received word. Contact with Decane has been lost. It seems the gate prototype suffered a catastrophic malfunction and was destroyed.
I'm not surprised. It was a pipe dream to begin with. What of our losses?
Significant, but within projections. Unfortunately, we lost the AGI imprint credentials, but the gate itself was more stable than we've seen before. The Ascent group, however, will likely never recover.
We don't need the Ascent group. Get the telemetry over to the other facilities, but tell no one about the other side. I'll communicate with our benefactor.
As always.